Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to episode 145. I'm super excited because it is a new month with new goals, new mindset, new focus, new intentions, new opportunities, new results, new start, new mindset, new magic, a whole new you, and blessings coming your way. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about willpower. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, willpower is the ability to control one's own actions, emotions, or urges, and also strong determination that allows you to do something difficult. In layman's terms, it is the ability to do what you want to do when part of you doesn't want to do it. People use different definitions to describe willpower. According to American Psychological Association, most psychological researchers define willpower as the ability to delay gratification and resist short-term temptations to meet long-term goals. Willpower is the capacity to override an unwanted thought, feeling, or impulse. Willpower is the conscious, effortful regulation of the self by the self. So anywhere you look at it, people with greater willpower are happier, healthier, and wealthier. The good news is willpower is a skill that can be learned and improved. And it can be surprisingly easy to learn. As one example from the marshmallow test, this is the test that proves scientifically that we have the ability to learn delayed gratification. Okay, so now you can just trust me that it has been scientifically proven, or you can go Google the marshmallow experiment. And that means you have the skill of willpower. And if you want more willpower in you, you've got it because it can be learned. The not so good news is that willpower is a limited resource, capable of being depleted. So then, we must train ourselves to strengthen our willpower skill. And today I would like to share with you 7 ways you can do so. Number 1, everything starts with awareness. And this awareness is about knowing your strength and weaknesses. Let your strength shine through. So often we think other people know more than us. But the truth is, we all know a lot. But it's about our own area of expertise. So focus on your strength. Focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. Focus on yourself instead of what other people are doing. Number 2, make faster and determined decisions. We want to stay away from decision fatigue. We can only make a certain amount of decisions during the day, so train yourself to make faster decisions. If you can't make a decision immediately, put a deadline. And if you can, make a decision as soon as possible, because indecision is opposite of willpower. And it is such a killer to your willpower. It is a big drainer of your power bank. Number 3, we want to avoid temptations. You have the ability to say no when you need to say no. And you have the ability to say yes when you need to say yes. So set boundaries so that you're not faced with so much temptations in your life. For example, if you can't get through a certain project without looking at your cell phone, put it away so that you're not even seeing it. In today's fast data age, people are complaining they can't read through a book or sit through a course without checking their phones. Okay, we want to avoid that temptation. Put your phone out of the room. We want to avoid temptations. Why kill your brain cells over temptations? It's just not worth it. I want you to look at what temptations you currently have that you want to let go, make a list, and just let go of them. Number 4 is to set clear goals and have an execution plan. I have a whole nother episode on goal setting. And if you're not reaching your goals, chunk them down smaller so that you're inevitably reaching your next goal. And while you're at it, ask yourself how you can make the next step more fun. Number 5, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay to give yourself a backup plan. For example, I've never worked a 9-to-5 job in my whole life. I've interned, but I actually have been in business all my life. However, because I have a bachelor's degree, I know that's my backup plan. I know if all else fails, I can always find a job with my degree so that I'm not starving, right? That's my backup plan. Even though I've never resorted to it, give yourself a backup plan so that you are moving forward and not killing yourself with overwhelm. And number 6, I want you to change your perception about willpower. For example, many people think that when they're addicted to something that they want to let go, for example, an unhealthy habit or activity, like smoking or emotional eating, something that needs willpower. When they attempt to control it, it almost never works because the source of the addiction to this thing or activity itself is not the addiction, but the desire for a mood change. So instead of focusing on simply using your willpower, you're using your willpower, but it doesn't help and you always say you will do A, B, C, but you never do. Then you need to get to the root of the problem. When you fix the root of your problem, you're no longer using your willpower in such cases. Number 7, feed your brain. Train your ability to find motivation and willpower when it matters. A good example would be right before I recorded this episode, I had no motivation. I had no idea. I'm on writer's block. I just zoned out on what I wanted to talk about. So what did I do? I fed my brain. I meditated and listened to a motivational speech. And halfway through, the word came to me, willpower. I wanted to talk about willpower. So it's really important to feed your brain the right food, right? Listening to motivational speeches is like fuel for my brain daily. That's my way of finding motivation when I need it. Do you have a way to find motivation whenever you need it? So in conclusion, your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. We all have those days where we don't feel like it. Now, I'm totally preaching self-love and it's okay to take a break when you need to. Like when you're sick, it's okay to take a day off. But what I'm talking about here is when we all have those days where we just don't feel like it, like feel our willpower. We don't feel any motivation. Your feelings will push you to do things that you might later regret. That is why we need to have a strong mindset. Willpower gets depleted and it is not enough. We need to constantly train our brain to step up and take control over our sluggish feelings. When you train your mind, you gain a renewed sense of self-worth and self-confidence. You begin to see that you can conquer any obstacle and achieve what you set your mind to. Develop small but powerful daily habits so that you're moving forward, baby steps, without even ever having to use your willpower at all. Training your mind to be stronger than your feelings is so worth it. And like any other thing in life, start today.